I have been playing Minecraft since early 2010, and during my first 11 years of playing survival, I went from this to this. But then something changed. I switched to building in creative, and that helped me to go from this to this within just 1 year. Today I will reveal to you why I didn't improve during my first 11 years and explain to you how you can avoid plateauing like I did. Let's get straight into it. If you really want to improve, you have to build. No excuses. How are you supposed to improve at building when you're not even building? It doesn't make any sense, does it? Watching tutorials is good, but you need to try stuff out yourself. I've built a lot for the last 2 years, and I can tell you that this is where the big improvement lies. During these 2 years, I've been looking at so many tutorials, you have no idea. In Minecraft, once you reach a certain level, there are no more tutorials to watch. So if you want to watch more tutorials, what you can do is to watch tutorials in art to better understand things like composition or color theory. Why would this be useful? Because you need to learn how to present your builds. If you lay out your build properly, you will get a clear composition that is easy to understand. This is probably my most controversial tip. Plagiarize others' techniques. I'm not talking about copying someone else's build and calling it your own. I'm talking about how you can broaden your perspective by looking at other builds. For example, wow, what an amazing tree. Let's see how the leaves were made. Just by looking at this tree, I can learn that grass or other flowers can work extremely well as leaves. We builders can learn from each other, and by doing this you can leave your little bubble and join my Discord. The link is in the description. What are you waiting for? Bang, point 4. Way too often I see people limiting themselves. And there are so many ways you can limit yourself in. For example, you can limit yourself by sticking to one single style. If you want to get a better understanding of shape and stuff, you want to know how to build multiple styles, because you want to be able to create a new style when needed. Be careful when you're trying to make your own style. For example, if you make a specific scale your thing, it might give you a bad time when building something that is in a different scale. Try to create the style that makes you able to branch out whenever you want. This is extra important when you post your builds on a platform like Instagram. Your audience will expect something similar to what you usually post. So if you're doing what I did, trying to grow my page at the same time as improving, you need to keep this in mind. But if you don't really care about growing an Instagram, build whatever you want. Try everything, because that will help you improve at everything. We just reached 1000 subscribers here on YouTube. Thank you everyone so much. I really wanted to celebrate this, and coincidentally my homie Lelleman was so kind to donate this cake to me. And that led to me being able to celebrate this huge milestone. So thank you guys so much. Let's just think about building a little bit. In theory, the more I build, the better I become, right? So if I was able to finish as many quality projects as possible, we should improve the quickest. So is there a way we can finish projects quicker without having the quality suffer? Yes, if we use building tools properly. If we have bad usage with the tools, we're not learning as efficiently. Let me show you an example of bad usage. If we have a build that are only using copy-paste or basic brushes like this, we're not utilizing the tools, which means we're not having any creativity with the tools provided. So basically, if we get good with tools, we can finish quality builds way quicker. Unsmoothed balls are not good tool usage. Smooth the balls. How many times do I have to tell you this? Another thing that I can't stand, dude, are those nipple spheres. If you want to put down a bunch of blocks at once, use the BR sphere, not the /BB. Holy, get it together, man. In my mind, good tool usage is when you can clearly see that something was made with multiple tools. This doesn't apply if your goal is to make a sphere, because then just use the sphere command. It's pretty self-explanatory. Next point. Use references. And it's especially important for building organics, or trees, or realistic buildings. This is something builders often forget. Some people are against using references for some reason, which is completely doo-doo. If you're skeptical, hear me out, okay? If you're trying to build something based on real life, look at that thing in real life. If I wanted to build a frog, I should look at frogs. Do I look like I have photographic memory? I don't. References are OP and everyone is using them when it comes to any other art medium. The painters are using them when they're painting landscapes. Sculptors are using them when learning the anatomy. Like, it's everywhere and you should use it too because it's really good. If something is off in your build, the reference will tell you exactly what's wrong. It's like having your personal advisor. Next tip is to start small and then go big. A lot of times when people try out organics for the first time, they go straight into the largest and most difficult organics. And it's the same with structures. If you're new to World Edit, don't go for these extreme scale projects. It will probably make you really discouraged, and this can also lead to you getting burnt out and cooked.
Oh no!
Instead, start small and then scale up when you're comfortable in that scale. I mean, look at me. When I started with organics, I had my humble little beginnings. When I felt like I understood how to build something in my preferred scale, I would scale up. I'm constantly slightly outside of my comfort zone, and I think that's what helped me improve the most. I actually met a builder that got into creative building from survival, and this is his story. Ever since I started building in creative, everything has been so quiet and peaceful for me. Before I couldn't sleep at night and I was getting panic attacks out of nowhere. But when I started creative, I met new friends. I met the bakery, and they have always been there for me. It doesn't matter if I feel sad or happy, they're always there. Creative saved me. Before I was lost, scared, I lived inside of a tunnel, dude. If you're also feeling lost, go for it. Reach out to creative and it will welcome you with open arms. I encourage you, go creative. So now you know what to do and what not to do. Now what? I have designed a step-by-step guide coming right up, and it doesn't matter if you're a creative builder or a survival builder. I will do the guide from a survival builder's perspective, since I would guess most of you are survival builders. Step 1. Before you build your survival base, you need to plan it out first. I can recommend going to this server, it's also for Bedrock. Then click this guy. If you want to plan your normal base, I suggest going to the 75 plots. You get there by doing /75. But if you want to plan your mega base, you might want to take a look at the 251 plots. We also have 501 plots if you're in need of lots of space. When you want to claim a plot, do /plot auto and you will get assigned a plot in that world. On the bakery you can try out all the plugins, but you need to apply for Archeon. If you don't know what Archeon is, don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
The second step is to absorb the skills. Go explore, you might find some really good inspiration, like this weird bug creature for example. I wonder who made it. If you do these things, you will improve way quicker than you would if you stuck to only survival. I'm not against designing in survival, but I'm just saying. If you design it in creative, you will save both time and brain cells. Bro, it's off by 1 block, dude. How did this even happen? But now, good luck with your building and thanks for watching.